Hello everyone, and welcome to Grooving and Giving in Early Retirement. I'm Radhika. Thank you for spending your time with me today on this channel. I talk about living our best life in early retirement, giving back to our local and global communities, and the glue that holds it all together, financial freedom. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I am at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and boy, it is a fun day. But before you can have fun days, you got to think about financial freedom. In today's video, I'm talking about financial freedom and 3 strategies that crush the YOLO thinking. Let's go. There are 2 types of YOLO. And before we go forward, let me just explain what YOLO is. YOLO is you only live once. There are 2 ways that people can think about it. One is that you are going to spend. It's like a blank check to just go crazy and spend on whatever you want to spend on and not really think about the future. You're kind of thinking about it in the fashion of you might die tomorrow, so live it up, live it grand. Okay. Now you're prioritizing like maybe luxury items, spontaneity, maybe even materialistic things. And the risk of this is that it can lead to financial instability. Of course, the risk is also that you're not saving for your retirement years, because you're thinking about it in the now. That's certainly one way to think about you only live once. The other way to think about, so this is the you only live once, so let me just spend. That's called the spend now YOLO philosophy. The second YOLO philosophy is the freedom first philosophy. And in the freedom first, it's life is short, so build freedom to live on your terms. The way I think about it is you only live once. So don't you want to live well? And don't you want to live once without financial stress and freedom to choose what you want to do when you want to do it, obviously within reason. But this second philosophy is really to think about saving and thinking about how you can choose to live life on your own terms. Now, what makes me an expert on this? I'm not a certified financial planner. I'm not a psychologist. My background is international tax law. I'm a CPA in the United States, and I've dealt with tax planning for 23 years of my career. And I had a really good career, but I left my career after 23 years. I retired early so that I could do what I wanted to do, which was to focus on my not-for-profit, A Childhood for Children, that I started 13 years ago. And the mission of the organization is to fulfill the basic needs of children in impoverished and underserved communities. I walked away from my career and my paycheck, but it took me a long time to get that career and paycheck. So walking away was not easy, but I knew I wanted to retire early and do something else. The 60-hour work week can get a little bit long and grinding. So if you are ready to get off the roller coaster of your finances and start good habits towards financial freedom or financial independence, then this video is for you. If you are the person who is saying you only live once, so spend wherever or however you want, then this video isn't for you. If you are also saying, I'd like to increase my savings, but I don't want to change any of my habits, then this video is also not for you. So you might as well go do something else, because I'm not going to be able to share anything with you. Now, it has been my experience that 90% of the people, when they're saying you only live once, they're talking about the spending of it all, not the freedom philosophy. So in that context, I am sharing 3 strategies with you that'll crush YOLO. There are anti-YOLO strategies that actually work. And now I am sharing this with you from my own experience. I'm not giving you any financial advice, and I'm certainly not giving you any tax advice. This is all my personal experience that I would like to share with you in this video. So let's go. Tip number 1, change the narrative. What do I mean by that? Go from the spend now YOLO to the freedom first YOLO. Change the narrative. Go from you only live once, so spend away, buy away, do whatever you want to do, to I only live once, and so I want to live it well. I want to live it without financial stress. So change the narrative. Tip number 2, ask yourself. Always, always, always ask yourself, is this a need? Is this a want? Is this a need? Is this a want? Put that into your neural pathways. The third tip is convert your want bucks to your freedom bucks. And we'll dive deeper into each one of these. Okay, in each one of these changes, you have to commit to making the changes, right? So let's start with number 1, changing the narrative in your head. You are going from you only live once, let's just spend and have an extravagant lifestyle, to I only live once and I want to live it well. I want to live it without financial stress. Now, I know a lot of people in really, really good jobs, good paychecks, that will tell me that they have not saved enough for retirement. They haven't saved enough to have the lifestyle that they want to have in their retirement years. That's a little scary to me. I mean, the statistics in the US are crazy in terms of how many people haven't saved for their retirement, or how people just don't even think about saving as part of their daily lifestyle. Now, you may not have a lot of control on how much money you make, but you certainly have control on the amount of money you spend. So it starts with first knowing what your numbers look like. I say this all the time, you gotta know your numbers. And the person who knows the information, the numbers they have, is the one that has power. If you are now changing the thinking of freedom first, you have to know that you have to downsize, downscale your living expenses. That might be first determining, where are you even spending your money? Are you spending your money on luxury items, and do you have to spend as much as you're spending? I'll tell you straight up, if you are splurging, then you're going to have to control your expenses. There's no other way to say this. And I'm not saying you literally don't need to splurge at all, but the thought is, can you downsize your splurging? So when you change that narrative, think about downsizing your splurging on all sorts of activities. For instance, I took my lunch to work every day. One, because I felt like I was perpetually on some sort of diet program, but 2, because I also didn't feel the need to spend money. And honestly, the time that I spent eating lunch, it was my time to recharge in the day, however short that period was. And most of the time, I did not have time to take an hour of lunch. That might be one way to think about it. I know people who say, I absolutely have to go out on Friday and Saturday night to dinner. My question would be, can you splurge that back? If you're taking 5 vacations in a year, even if they're short vacations, can you cut that back? So ask yourself this. After you've jotted down where you're spending your money, look at it and ask yourself this: where am I wasting my money? Don't say, where am I spending my money? This is another way to change the narrative. Not how am I spending my money, but how and where am I wasting my money? Because that is a real opportunity for you to think about freedom, financial freedom. Think about it. Think about the day that you don't have to go to work and you choose what you're going to do that day. I got to tell you, it's really nice. And the grass is greener on this side. I will say that again and again. Okay, so let's just summarize tip number 1. Change the narrative. Change it from you only live once, so you can spend how much ever you want to spend, to I only live once, and so I want to live it well, and I want to live it without financial stress. How am I spending my money? Change that to, where am I wasting my money? And think about how you can downsize some of the splurging areas. Nobody's saying you have to cut it all at once, but you certainly can downsize it. So downsize it. And this will be important when we get to tip number 3. Change the narratives in your head. Change the narrative in your head. Get used to saying it so your brain recognizes it. All right, let's go to tip number 2. Ask yourself every time, is it a need? Is it a want? Is it a need? Is it a want? Do I need it? Do I want it? This is really important. Do you need a luxury car, or do you want a luxury car? And be honest with yourself. Nobody's coming and, monitoring how you're thinking about is. This is up to you. This is all on you. So think about it. When I worked full time, I went to college at night. And so it took me a long time to finish my undergraduate degree. I didn't have a lot of money, and most of my money was literally earmarked for tuition and books. So I would constantly ask myself, do I need something or do I want something? So when I'd go shopping with my friends, for instance, do I need something? Do I want something? And most of the time, it was not a need. So think about it in the now. I'm not saying that you never ever have to want anything, but think about it. Do you really, really, really need it? And most of the time, the answer was no, I don't. I can do without it for another day, another 2 days, another week. Okay, so think about it. A lot of times people say things like, I deserve this. Ask yourself this. Do you deserve a lifetime of working 40, 50, 60 hours till the age of 65, 70? Do you deserve that, or do you deserve something else for yourself? It's up to you. Do you deserve of being shackled to a job and having a pain in the ass boss? Or do you deserve independence and freedom and the ability to wake up every morning and just choose what you're going to do that day? Up to you. Now, there are going to be things that might be both. There might be a need, there might be a want, right? A gym membership might be those. Clothes for work might be those. Obviously, a car, a phone, all of those are things that you need to go to work. But think about your phone. We all need a phone. But do you need a phone, a new phone every single year? No, you don't. So ask yourself every single time without fail, is it a need? Is it a want? Is it a need? Is it a want? Now, tip number 3 is convert your want bucks to your freedom bucks. What do I mean? If you wanted something and you did not buy it, come home and start making a list of all the things you did not buy because it was a want and not a need. Now, at the end of 1 week, and do this experiment for a week, at the end of the week, tally up that number. Now, round up that number to the next 100, whatever, 100 euros, 100 pounds, $100, doesn't matter. That amount should then be put into some sort of a savings account, investment account, and that's your freedom bucket. Now, if you said, oh, I wanted it, and you spent the money anyway, write that down too. And I do mean write it down, old-fashioned way, pen to paper. Why? Because that's when our brain recognizes what we're doing. And honestly, folks, you will not change any habits unless you track it, whether it's you're tracking your weight, your workouts, tracking your dollars and cents or euros and cents. So if you spent the money, write it down and put it on a Post-it. Tally it up at the end of the week and put it on a Post-it and stick it on your mirror in the bathroom where you brush your teeth. That's the amount of money that you lost out. And keep this in mind. Just because you have a number on that Post-it, that number grows from the power of compound interest and investing. That number grows. So every time you're wasting money, that's money that could be used to buy your freedom. I used this approach when I was still in college. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of money, but each time that I did not buy something I wanted, and at that time it'd be, I don't know, a new pair of jeans or a pair of shoes, that money would go into an investment account. And I started with putting money into an Index 500 fund. It was $10 a week. That's all I could put in. And then I started supersizing it by not wasting my money on nonsense items. And folks, I will tell you that made a huge difference in me being able to retire early. Now, how you invest your money does matter. It might depend on a lot of variables, your age, your risk tolerance, how early you want to retire, what type of investment you want to put it in will depend on different factors. And there's a different video for that, so you can watch it. But the idea is that you are converting your want bucks. Instead of wasting them, you're converting them from want bucks to freedom bucks. And that account, if you're in your 20s and 30s, that account will continue to grow and allow you to achieve financial independence and financial freedom. If you're older, that'll give you peace of mind. That'll have money in your savings account, whether it's an emergency fund or you're going to invest it in a CD or something a little bit safer. Either way, you are converting, not wasting money on things that you think you want, but you really may just want it in the moment. You're going to convert it to your freedom. And boy, is freedom amazing. So 3 tips. Tip number 1, change the narrative in your head. Stop saying you only live once, so you've got carte blanche to spend it. Say, I only live once and I want to live well. I want to live stress-free. No stress of finances. Tip number 2, is it a want? Is it a need? Is it a want? Is it a need? Get that in your head every single time. Number 3, convert your want bucks to your freedom bucks, because freedom is fantastic. So these are 3 strategies that really will supersize your path to financial independence. And keep in mind, when you start doing this, if you start converting your want bucks into freedom bucks, and you do it, supersize it with things like your 401k, your retirement accounts, your health savings account, you may get employer match. You may pay less income taxes. You see how, folks, once that first domino falls, there could be a bunch of other benefits coming on right through. So start these strategies. Tell me what you think. This is Grooving and Giving in Early Retirement. I'm Radhika. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And I wish you all the luck in your financial freedom journey. Bye-bye, everyone.